Hi, so I just thought I'd put together this short video which will hopefully walk you through the two-track Greyhound system MBT Sports Trading Calculator, and in the process explain some of the advantages of what the Sports Trading Calculator has over other types of automated AI or sporting bots that are out there. Remember that MBT Sports Trading is not a bot. It's a online calculator which you need to update as you use it during your sports trading. So I'm going to use a real life example, and what I've done is taken this week's research done for you alerts email service, and I've selected this particular track, Harlow, and it's traps 3 and 5 at 415 meters to illustrate how the calculator works. So let's just go over to Harlow and see how it's progressing. Now, I don't make videos in real time as I'm sports trading because, to be honest, it's too difficult for me to be able to manage the video and also to trade effectively. So I usually use, when I make the videos, I usually use historical data. So if you look today at Harlow, the meeting has already finished, and let's open the first one. Remember, the research done for you selected traps 3 and 5 at 415 meters. So the first race was 8:12. You'll see that race 1 was for 238 meters. Now, incredibly, or not incredibly enough, in the results it's trap 3 that won, which would have meant had we taken a trade on race 1, we would have won in race 1 as well. But that's not what we do. That's not what we do in the two-track Greyhound system, because it does have to follow a specific criteria to be successful. And we know that through the research that 238 meters doesn't give us the best probability of success. So we would have skipped race one this morning, and we'd have gone immediately to race 2. Race 2 was at 415 meters, and you will see that race 2 meant that trap 2 won in Harlow, and that our selected traps 3 and 5 didn't come in the placings. Now, of course, that's not really a problem for us because the two-track Greyhound system includes the recovery calculator as well. So if you can just take a look at these numbers, I'll just show you. Trap 3 was 10 to 1, which in decimal terms is 11, and trap 5 is 5 to 1, which in decimal terms means that it's 6. So those are the numbers that we would enter into the sports trading calculator. So I'm working on the percentage of stake. Event 1 is always the race number 1. So the selections are trap 3 and trap 5, you'll remember, and the odds were 11 and 6. 5% of my trading bank of 1,000 units is 50 units, £50, euros, dollars, whatever it is. And you can see here that the stake would have been spread across the two amounts, the two traps, to make up the 50 in that way, so that the equal profit is the same of 144.12. Now, unfortunately, we weren't successful in the very first race at 415 meters. So in line with the trading calculator, it does say if the event 1 is a loss, move to tab 2, which is the 2 plus roll up, which is what we'll do because now we are moving into profit and recovery strategy in the two-track Greyhound system approach. So as you can see, in the event 1, the £50 lost stake, 50 unit lost stake, has already been moved over from the tab 1. So now what we're into is race event number 2, and let's take a look at how that's working on the Harlow race meeting for today. So this is race 2 of the meeting, but it's race 1 of 415 meters. So the next race after the 8:27 was 8:43. You'll see that that's 2:38, so we wouldn't have included that as part of our recovery slash trading activity today for Harlow. So we would have moved to race 4, which is actually race 2 of the meeting at Harlow, which would have met our trading criteria of traps 3 and 5 at 415 meters. Now you'll see that trap 5, the odds are 3 to 1, which in decimal terms is 4, and trap 3 at 12 to 1, which in decimal terms is 13. So if we have a look at the calculator, what we did was trap 3 is at 13, trap 5 is at 4. Again, we're using the 5% of the trade-in stake, which is 50, and you'll see therefore that towards the bottom of the stake, the blue numbers are the amounts of the stake that we are going to use to trade on this particular race. So you'll see that under trap 3 we would have put 17.48 units, whether that's pounds or dollars or whatever your currency is, and in trap 5 it would have been 56.81, a total of 74.29, which in real terms means we would have made a profit of 102.94, because as you can see from the results, trap 5 came in at 3 to 1, which is 3 times your stake. So how does that work with the two-track Greyhound system MBT Trading Calculator? Well, as you can see, it's a Dutching/recovery calculator. It doesn't use level stakes, which is one of the big problems when you have a recovery process, in that rather than trying to continually recover your initial stake, what this calculator will do is calculate what the previous stake is that you didn't win with, and add that as a recovery percentage, so that you recover. As you can see at the bottom, this is what you recover. The 50 is the lost from the previous event 1, and then this is the profit as a result of trading the 50 units across the 2 selections for the two-track Greyhound system. This you can do throughout the system right up to race 14. Obviously, the longer it goes on before you start to recover the initial loss, the lower your bank will be, because you have to use more of your bank. But as I've said in previous histories and videos, and also in the book, it's entirely up to you what your strategy is in terms of your betting bank and your comfort in regards to ability to recover losses or intent to continue. So the MBT Sports Trading Calculator lets you to recover your loss from previous stakes without exposing too greatly. In fact, it minimises your exposure in terms of your betting bank, so that you are able to continue to trade longer over more of the events until you recover the stake. As you know, if you've been studying the two-track Greyhound system, you'll also know that through the system, the law of probability, etc., and the staking plan means that your odds of recovery in terms of the likelihood of success are much more greater as a result of the whole of the system that's in place for the two-track Greyhound system. I hope you found that interesting and of some use to you. If you'd like to comment when you've read this article or you've seen the video, and I'll be happy to respond. Many thanks and all the best.